Let's do this.
It should be any second.
We're live. We're live. Hi, we're the Snarky Sisters. I'm Diana.
And I'm Lisa.
Hi, and we've got two very special guests today. The spotlight is on Billy Coulter.
And Cassie Urbany.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
It's the Sunday Songwriter Spotlight with the Snarky Sisters. Live at 12:30. We're on time for once. Right here on our Facebook page. With our friends we will commune. Communists. Spotlighting Billy Coulter with guests Cassie Urbany and some of their fabulous tunes.
Well, everyone knows Billy. We swear he never gets any older. We think that he's a sweetheart. He never gives us the cold shoulder. His songs are so exciting. We think you're gonna need a halter. That's a heart monitor.
Unfortunately, I know what that is.
Really? Yeah. Because of what? Because it rhymes with Coulter?
It's one of the few things that rhymes with Coulter.
I know.
Oh, Diana, what are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking an Urbane Urbany.
Ooh. And I have a Coulter Cola.
I was going to say that's a hell of a lot of wine.
Well, cheers to our guests.
Cheers
Yeah.
to you.
Thank you for being here.
One of us is a teetotaler, but I won't tell you. You can guess which one.
We are so excited. Yay, yay, yay. So the format of our show, we will have Billy first today. I want to read a quick bio here about his very esteemed career. Washington, D.C. singer-songwriter Billy Coulter's distinctive style straddles the line between roots rock and power pop. Blending diverse influences from Dylan and Cash to Lennon and Bowie, he has created a fresh, authentic sound with a nod to the classics that inspired him. Coulter quickly made a name for himself with his unique songwriting and vocal ability, winning the Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Songwriter of the Year, 2 Roots Rock Recordings of the Year, and several Roots Rock vocalists for a total of 10 Washington area WAMMIE Awards, and over 30 nominations. So, yay! Cheers, cheers, cheers. His inspired and energetic performances have graced the stages of some of the region's top venues and festivals. And this makes me sad as I'm reading it because they're all closed. Ram's Head, Birchmere. Well, Birchmere was doing some shows distanced a while ago, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Strathmore, they did some distance shows. And the Hamilton, often in supporting national touring acts. Billy Coulter also earned the following recognition for his songwriting. The song Conscience is honored by Billboard. That's awesome. Party of One is honored by the MASC, M-A-S-C, the Mid-Atlantic Song Contest. Disconnected, he got the Gold Award for the MASC, the MASC Award, for the rock category. Disconnected also got a Billboard Song Contest Award. And Too Far is also honored by the Mid-Atlantic Song Contest. So, yay!
Yay!
Billy. Awesome, awesome. And there's several bands that you've had in this area.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you tell us about your bands?
Don't talk about them in the past tense, though. I can't.
Yeah,
stand
right.
it.
No, it's still a going concern, I guess. Well, there's obviously Billy Coulter Band, which I started started playing around 2003, and a couple years after that, I started a band called the Natty Bows, B-E-A-U-X. That is a group of friends of mine that we all enjoy jump blues and rockabilly, and thought we'd try that for a while. So, it's just been it's a whole lot of fun. Those songs that we play with that band, and most recently, I started a band with Arch Alcantara, Bill Williams, and Rich Nagel called the Half Smokes, and that is basically a tribute to WHFS playlist from days gone by. I grew up on listening to WHFS songs, and they're just embedded in my mind, and that band is a whole lot of fun too.
Sounds like
keeps
it.
me busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And RBQ and Zappa, right?
And RBQ is definitely on the list. Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's great to go back and mine that repertoire.
So I guess, did you listen to Robbie's show on Forbidden Alliance? Was it last week where he did
Was
all
that the
HFS?
one? Yeah, I missed that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was really, really good. It was like reliving. It was like we hadn't grown older in 30 years, right?
Those were heady times. They were just wonderful times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great to have that memory.
Yeah. Yep, they pretty much they helped a lot of local music too.
Oh my God, yes. You know the. I mean, well, you had True Facts and the Saniacs, and
they helped make us pretty well known. Yep, that was great. That was, all of them. They were all super station, super DJ, super music. Well, speaking of super music, why don't you play us a song? What do you want to play?
So I thought I'd start at the beginning. This is one of the few songs. I had a band when I was in college. I went to American University, and during that time, around when True Facts was playing, we played a lot of the same places, probably Friendship Station, the Gentry, the Chancery, those kind of clubs, and this was a song about a girl that I met at a Slicky Boys show, and it's the only song from that era that is still in my repertoire. So I don't know what that says about it, but it's. And it started out as a rock song, and now it's a waltz. So. I watched you from so far away. You could hold that stare all day. I wasn't sure if you were someone I'd want to know. At each glance, I'd catch your eye. You look tough and worldly wise, so threatening. You were striking a pose. It's not what you said, it's what you couldn't say. It's not what you did, I've been done before. Just one big lie. Now I realize you were striking a pose. And to impress you was so unlike me. I tried to be someone I couldn't be. While you, girl, you remain so composed, so caught up in your fashion sense, you forgot what passion meant. You were busy striking a pose. It's not what you said, it's what you couldn't say. It's not what you did, I've been done before. Just one big lie. Now I realize you were striking a pose. So I'll write you off to experience. Yeah, you and all your false pretense. Oh, baby, looks like we'll never know. It's not what you said, it's what you couldn't say. It's not what you did, I've been done before. One big lie. Now I realize you were striking the pose. just striking a pose.
Woo, nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, love your voice, Billy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is my morning voice. That song is usually in A, and it's in G today.
Did G today, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, so
and-
Robbie says hi.
Hey, Robbie.
Arch is on there, and Martin
Arch.
Perletta, Jay Keating. Hi, Jay.
Hey.
Magda Liska, Patrick Hand, Jim Matthews, Clark Matthews, Bonnie Russell. If I missed anybody,
Bonnie.
yeah.
Bonnie saves ferrets for a living. God bless Bonnie.
Saves ferrets.
She saves ferrets. Not for a
Wow.
living, for an avocation, I guess.
That's sweet.
Oh.
Very
Now,
cool.
don't you save dogs?
We're fostering a puppy right now. So I think a lot of people got puppies during COVID because why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hours of fun. And yeah, this one's got a lot of energy. And I wish I had my phone handy. I could play you just the plaintive whine that we get when she gets in her crate at night and we're in bed just 6 feet away, mind you. And she's like, I gotta be near you.
What is she? What breed?
She's a pit bull beagle mix, and she's just adorable. And don't believe anything you've ever read about pit bulls because they are the sweetest animals ever. They,
Yep. We know some
Just-
very nice pits.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just loyal as hell. That's the thing about them, that they'll do whatever their
Oh, so John Pfeiffer and Ruthie. Hi, Ruthie.
Hi, Ruthie.
And hi, John.
I should take a moment and tell you that Ruthie and I are, despite the pandemic, we are going to continue our tradition of having a holiday show, and it's going to be online next Saturday, the 5th,
The fifth.
hoping that the weather holds out. If not, it'll be on Sunday the 6th, and there's a Facebook link for that somewhere. Just go to my page and you'll see a link. But we weren't going to let this pandemic stop us from singing happy holiday songs.
Good. And what else have you been doing? You have your own porch parties, right?
Yeah, we did the porch party a couple, I guess, in mid-October, and that was a lot of fun. And the big surprise there, Diana, was that we just had a couple people. Ruthie was there. We had a couple people from the neighborhood over, and oh man, the outpouring was just so incredible that it's like, oh, thank you. We have missed seeing music. We have missed being in the presence of live music. And if you, and this is my public service announcement, if you love live music like I do, please wear a mask so that we can all get past this and get back to doing what we love to do. So, and I should also note that Arch and I recorded a porch show for the downtown holiday market that is on, I think, F Street.
F Street.
Yeah. So
And
if
they
you
don't
walk
have live
by-
music there this year. They're
No.
gonna be broadcasting you on jumbotrons or
Yeah,
something,
so you
right?
can see my head 10 times bigger on a
That
jumbotron.
sounds like
So sometime stop by there, and all the vendors are there, I believe. So hopefully
Yep, that's
we can
great.
find some gifts.
So you can buy some locally made gifts. Some of the jewelers there are fabulous. On your porch parties, who plays percussion? Just asking.
You
for a
know,
friend.
Arch has this rig that he plays with both of his feet while he's playing bass or guitar, and fills out the sound really nicely. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Arch is
he-
amazing.
Wow. He's the best person to have in a band because he can do your audio, he can do your percussion, he
He
can
can play
fix your car,
anything.
he can fix your car or your
I don't
washer.
think he can
dryer.
fix your car, but
I bet he can.
can do just about everything else at the same time. So kudos to Arch.
Okay, what's next?
So I thought I'd play where this started again. I gave up playing music for about 20 years. There were a couple little, cover band things or duos that I did in between, but never really wrote songs until around 1999. And this was one of the first songs I wrote because basically my life fell apart in 1998, and I had something to write about again. And this is all about first dates, so perhaps you can relate. Oh, I gotta turn this down. Hang on. There we go. Well, I thought that I'd blow it or say something wrong. I felt so self-conscious, like I don't belong. I wanted you to know me without saying a word. But it took some unfolding for my heart to be heard, and I tried to be perfect. I tried being cool. I'll try being human, if that's all right with you. Just like Jacob's ladder travels up my spine, I can tell you it matters without reason or rhyme. And I feel so exposed, both inside and out. It's in the unknowing, it's in the shadow of doubt. And I tried to be perfect, I tried being cool. I'll try being human, if that's all right with you. Yeah. Thought sure that I'd blow it or do something wrong. I felt so self-conscious, man, I just don't belong. Well, I tried to be perfect, I tried being cool. I'll try being human, if that's all right with you.
Woohoo! Nice.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Yes. Bravo. That was good. So we got a bunch of people watching. I just wanted to say before that Robbie White's show can be seen on Mixcloud after the. He didn't tell me to say that, but I just remember that.
The
he posts
HFS
show.
special and everyone,
Yeah.
everything else. Yep.
So if anybody missed that, go see that. He's awesome. Hey, Jake Heating. Somebody, Magda Liska says you're being heard in Central Virginia. That's cool. Woohoo!
Thanks, Meg.
Patrick Hand, I'm in Rapidan. Where are you? Baltimore's listening. Hey, Clark, thank you. Reggie, hi, Reggie Stout and Bonnie Russell. Tommy Wright, woohoo, hi, Tommy. John Pfeiffer, hey. Larry Lipman, miss you at the
Larry.
Gallery Place Market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
I go
Jeff,
every year.
Jeff Urban requests Stonehenge.
Of course he does. Thanks.
Hi, Bonnie Russell and Arch. Arch says you'd regret choosing me as far as the garage work goes.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and Terry Burrows says you sound great, Billy.
Oh, thanks, Terry.
Yeah.
Is Stonehenge the Spinal Tap song?
Oh, yes,
Do you
it
do
is.
a cover of
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yeah, and whenever he asks for that at shows, we play All the Way Home instead. Quite pull up. We don't have dwarves that can come out and crush the Stonehenge for us.
That's sad. That's too bad. Speaking of covers, I know that I think I can tell the answer to the next question just by I think you can tell a lot about a band or a person by the covers they choose to play. So I noticed that you play that John Farnham song is a really great song, and I remember him very vaguely from he was a pop child star, right? Wasn't he?
Who?
I'm
sorry.
John Farnham. He did that song. Seemed like a good idea. Seems like a good idea.
That's John Eddy.
John Eddy. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
John Eddy.
All right.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
I was going to write a song named Seemed Like a Good Idea, and then I opened for John Eddy. And I was like, I can't top that, so I asked him if I could record it. And he was
that's so
very happy to
funny.
do
That's
so.
beautiful. It's a really great song.
Yeah, it's a great
And you
song.
do a Maverick song, and you do two Rolling Stones songs,
Yeah.
but do you do any Beatles songs?
You know, we do Nowhere Man, which is my favorite Beatles song, and
Yeah.
with Arch and Max Evans singing in the band. And I should mention Doug Tull's the drummer in Billy.
Doug
Coulter's
is
band.
fabulous
Yeah.
drummer. What a great drummer.
Yeah, you
and
remember
Max
him.
is Max is one of the best guitarists in town.
I'm
too.
let me just say for the record that I am blessed and I'm way outclassed by the other members of my band. So I'm grateful to have them with me on this journey. I've had some wonderful people in the band over the years. John Penovich.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just I've been very lucky. And
Well,
Brian
you're a great
Sims is
songwriter.
And Brian Sims
Thanks,
too.
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
you know, I'm very fortunate. I don't take that for granted.
Yeah. So
Do you really choose your band members by height? Is that a reference to Blue Oyster Cult?
John towers over me, you know, in the band. Even with heels, I'm still trying to getting at his chin level. So.
The higher the heels. Well, you know, I don't know if everyone knows this, but Blue Oyster Cult, there is a rule that you can't be taller than the singer.
Wow.
Because I know someone whose brother-in-law played in the band. That was true.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah.
I think it's Blue Oyster Cult. I think that's who it was. I'm not sure.
wow. So, Billy, can you tell us a little bit about your songwriting process and how that
Yeah,
works
it's
for you?
non-existent right now. That's what it is. I have half a third of a song. So what I do is I write the hook, the chorus first, and then I look at them as if they're little 3-act plays. That you know, there's a beginning, middle, and end, and I try to fill in the stories based on what I'm saying in the chorus. And I have a couple songs that have the hook, the chorus written, but I just haven't been able. And in all honesty, it's largely because of I just don't want to go deep inside right now. You know,
Yeah.
it's a sad time in America and certainly and in the world. And, you know, I'm getting there, and actually doing something like this and making myself sit down last night and remember my songs and is a big deal. It's a step along the way of my finishing the song. So I thank you for that opportunity.
I would say most of the people who've been on our show have said that writing songs is hard right now.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I would imagine that if I really sat down to write one, it would be the saddest song I ever wrote, you know?
Well, yeah, well, you were talking about a bad time in your life, and that's when you went back to performing and writing. And I think sometimes the biggest pain produces some of the best songs, but you just hate going through the process.
Right, yeah.
But what is it about COVID that's making all songwriters seem to be pulling back from?
I don't know. There are a couple people who have been prolific during this time, and you know, I admire that. Maybe Cassie's written a few
Cassie, what
songs.
about you?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I've sort of, I write songs when I'm sad or when I'm trying to get through something generally. So it's just too heavy.
Yeah.
Too heavy.
So it's like it's too much at once. are you saying that COVID is just overwhelming for?
No, I would almost say that I feel like songwriting can't be forced. I feel like you have to be in the right mindset to write a song. So I feel like if I say I'm going to write a song today, it just doesn't happen. It's one of those things where I can write a song in 5 minutes, or I can write a song over the course of a couple months.
Yeah.
And I do a similar sort of thing where my songs are sort of like a patchwork quilt. So I have a couple patches all over the place, but nothing's a song yet.
And not all together.
Yeah, but I haven't really been in the right frame of mind, just because, I don't know, there's a lot of uncertainty and yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, that patchwork analogy is good, because sometimes I'll take a piece of something that I thought was going to be its own song, and
Right.
plug it in as a bridge or something like that.
Exactly. That's what I do too. Yeah. I'm like, this will work as a bridge here. Oh, okay.
That's good to know. Good information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have a songwriting partner in crime. My mom, actually. So she's my lyricist. So we sort of work off of each other. So.
Oh, like the Gershwin brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mainly write the melodies, and she writes the lyrics, but sometimes we do a little bit of both, where I'll write a little, but for the most part, I'm the music and she's the lyrics.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't there a movie called Music and Lyrics?
I wouldn't be surprised if there was.
Drew Barrymore movie, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next. Next.
Diana turns off at Drew Barrymore.
Billy, why don't you tell us about, play another song and then tell us about Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp.
Oh, I will. Yeah. So this is an example of one of those songs that I took a piece of it. It needed a bridge, and I took a piece of another song, what I thought was going to be a song. Play something a little more up tempo, but this could very well be a theme song for COVID. Yeah, I got some time to kill in between my next cheap thrill. You could always find me here, contemplate another beer. Then it all comes down to you. I'll find a place that looks brand new, drop my guard to let you in. I'm disconnected and I'm running blind. I need your help to make it through this time. I'm disconnected and I need a friend to help me find my way again. So you got me on the run, I'm looking for a little fun. Is this the end you planned for me? Shall I go there peacefully? The exile's always self-imposed. I find you there once I let go. Can't you help before I drown? I'm disconnected and I'm running blind. I need your help to make it through this time. I'm disconnected and I need a friend to help me find my way again. You can paint me out of your picture, you can write me out of your song. Connections long been broken, don't look for me, 'cause I'll be gone. I'm disconnected and I'm running blind. I need your help to make it through this time. I'm disconnected and help me find my way again. Disconnected. I'm disconnected. Disconnected.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is a perfect song. Man.
Adley, yes.
Yeah, it's crazy land. Well, you know, if we're lucky, we could be playing in 6 months. I
Yeah.
think maybe.
Yeah, we had a gig the first time ever. My sister Julie is a singer, and the reason why I'm a musician today is because they fired the keyboard player in a band when I was like in my senior year of high school, and I knew like just the first frame of bar chords on the guitar, and she said, "Why don't you play guitar with the band?" I'm like, So I got a lesson from a friend, and I learned the second frame of bar chords and learned like 36 songs in 2 weeks, and went out there and tried to look cool and kept my volume down for the first couple gigs. So Julie and I, every year around my mother's birthday, we do a show at the Music Cafe in Damascus, and she sings with my band, and so we thought it might be a good idea to do a show with her band, which is called the English Channel. They're a British invasion tribute band in Richmond, and they're extremely popular there, and they play up here too. In fact, they played Birchmere not long ago. And so AMP by Strathmore in Rockville was going to host the show in May, I guess, and then in September it got postponed, and now it's postponed until May 5th. It's a little thank you to my mom, who let us stay up to watch the Beatles when I was 3 years old on TV, and so around Mother's Day, let's hope we'll be able to do this show.
I bet you can. I bet you can.
So.
Good. And when you first started with your sister's band, what were the songs?
Oh gosh, she sings Linda Ronstadt, like Close Your Eyes and It's Linda, you know, and so we did a lot of that and did, whatever's popular at the time. I guess it was like Pat Benatar and Blondie and Bonnie Raitt, things like that, you know, so it was pretty cool.
Well, that's great. Kudos to your mom, too, for letting you be a musician. Not that she let you, but you would have been one if she hadn't let you.
She would ask, "What are the boys doing outside? Why won't they come in? What's all that smoke coming out of their car before they come into rehearsal?" She was
No.
she was very tolerant.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us about Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp.
Oh, yeah. So I work at AARP. Some of you might be members.
Ooh, whoa, wow, that's cold.
If you're not, they'll get you one day.
Not a member.
Yeah. And I used to be a journalist, and they had the opportunity to send somebody to Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp to write a story about it for the AARP website. And so I went there, and it was actually a lot of fun. I mean, I was a little nervous. I just sang. I didn't sing. I played guitar in a band with Simon Kirk, the drummer from Bad Company, was our camp counselor, and he was a really great guy, and got to play with all sorts of people. We did a final show at B.B. King's in New York City, and Paul Stanley of Kiss sang with us.
Excellent.
Yeah, he sang "Can't Get Enough of Your Love," and remember "Vehicle." I'm Your Vehicle, Baby.
Yeah.
With horns and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many art participants are there? I have a vision of 20 guys with guitars. And
there were a lot of guitarists, but they split you up into different groups, and you have a counselor. Jane Widlin from the Go-Go's was one of the other counselors, and then they bring in guests. All day during the day they had Leslie West from Mountain and Scott Ian from Anthrax, and then the really tipping point moment for me was when Mark Farner from Grand Funk was there, and he was just playing like this far away from me, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to play?" And I got up and played some of the 12-bar blues with him, and he was like, You know, he gives me the nod, and I'm not much of a lead guitarist. Anyone can tell you that. He gives me the nod, and it's like, take a solo. I'm like, okay, you know, and I just stepped on the pedal and wailed. I was like, and he's like, nice riffs, man. So that kind of made my day, that's for sure.
Excellent.
But it was a wonderful experience. It's rather expensive, you know, if you have the funds. But it was certainly, I was grateful that I got to do it for free and just write a story about it. You know? But it was very cool.
Fabulous. How about another song then?
All right. Let's see. Should I do? I'll do this one. I went down to Memphis, and as a musician, if you play rock and roll and you haven't been to Memphis, I highly recommend it. It's almost like Mecca. You know, that's where it all happened. The confluence of blues, gospel, and country came together and brought us Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis and all those Sun Studios things that laid the groundwork for us. So this was my little homage to it. I went to the crossroads. I stood there, much like Robert Johnson, and I was not contacted. So therefore, I toil as I do in this. Well, conscience, oh conscience, won't you let me be? I can't have much fun if you're watching me. Got a devil on my left side, an angel on my right. Who knows what kind of trouble we could find tonight, yeah. Well, conscience, oh conscience, I've been dealing so fair. You weren't looking in my head, I'd be a millionaire. You've been hanging around my life, I've gotten so bored. Feeling like I might become a Boy Scout once more. Well, time and time again I see that karma coming round. All these guilty pleasures sure to bring me down. Sure to bring me down, yeah. Well, conscience, oh conscience, you left me in despair. Black out the memories that I find in there. I'm always being tempted, there's got to be a cure. Used to look for mischief, I won't go back for more, no. Well, conscience, oh conscience, won't you let me be? I can't have much fun if you're watching me. Can't have much fun if you're haunting me, no. Can't have much fun if you're watching me.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
I love that song. And I love that about going to the crossroads and waiting for something to happen. Waiting
Nothing doing.
And no, seriously, it's like me. I ghost all my life. I've said, okay, ghosts come. I'm here. And
Exactly.
nothing. Crickets.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. What would you do if the devil came? And,
You know, I probably wouldn't sell my soul.
You wouldn't?
No, probably not.
That's interesting.
I would have liked to have been offered just to turn it down.
Ooh, okay. What would you do, Lisa? Would you sell your soul?
Depends on what was I getting for selling myself.
Oh, you'd be the greatest guitarist, songwriter in history.
That's a tough one. How about you, Cassie? What would you do?
Nope.
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 See?
might just do it. Just saying. I don't know.
I love his story about being thrown the solo. It's like,
Really?
See, but that you could do it. I think that's great. That's really great. Excellent. Tell me about your gear and.
So I'm in the basement right now, which is my cave. I have a very understanding, wonderful wife, Maggie.
Maggie.
Who, I know people who have to sneak guitars into their house. You know, that it's like, is that new? You know, is that new?
Well, at least you're not a drummer. I know drummers who've had big problems.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sneaking new drum sets.
we've seen hidden drums in weird places, right, Diana?
Yes, we have.
Wow.
Whole drum sets and walls.
God. Well, I bought the drum set behind me from a guy who was like having a baby and gonna never play again. I got the whole thing for $500 off of Craigslist, and I just thought, any drummer is happy to have a drum set at the rehearsal space. So, there it is. I have a couple Telecasters, a couple Strats, several Gibson Les Pauls, and I always wanted a Firebird, and have one of those, and then I started like glomming parts onto each other. And the only unusual thing about my guitars is that they're modified with a piezo bridge, so that if I played an acoustic part on the recording, I'm able to get a very similar sound through some processing, and then bring in the electric guitar later, or play them both together to get a real nice chime. So that's, I think that I tried for years, Diana, to figure out, let me play these songs with an acoustic, and then I'll switch to electric, and it would just kill the momentum of a set, It was like switching back and forth. So that's where I ended up with it, and it works out pretty well. So.
Now, do you have any vintage guitars too? Do you have a holy grail?
Oh gosh, well I have. I don't have it down here, but I have a friend who is an artist in Annapolis, and I sent him a Telecaster body, and I said, "Here's your canvas. Paint whatever you want on it." And I lived for a short time out in New Mexico, and he came to visit me there, and he designed this hieroglyphics, and icons of the Southwest Indians and so forth. And so that's that I'll never part with, that one. And then I have a Les Paul that he did a design of like a Tree of Life that's like a Zematis guitar. So those two, stay with me forever. So I've had some vintage guitars, and some of them were problematic, that I just need to be able to rely on the guitars I have. So I doubt there's, the oldest one I have is the 1978 Strat that I first had back in college. So
Wow.
that's it.
Wow. Were you going to say something, Cassie?
Just that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really neat. Yeah. Just
It's
have some-
functional art,
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I love guitars. I think they're beautiful things, just even without being played.
Yeah. That's a bonus for sure.
I've got another question. Tell us something that we don't know about you.
What don't you know about me? Gosh. Well, I have a real guilty pleasure for pop, and I mean, there's borderline bubblegum, like the Raspberries was a band that I really liked, and some of that sneaks in. The last album we did was called Back and Forth, and one side of it was rootsy, and the other side was poppy, pop rock. And there's a song that I'm probably not in great voice to do it today because it's at the top of my range, but there's a song called Sunflower that is just this homage to power pop, that I love that stuff. And I almost, when we did a themes show of one-hit wonders a couple years ago, I almost did Sugar Sugar, but Doug said, no, you can't do that. Doug is the arbiter of all things rock and roll, so.
Doug said you couldn't do Sugar Sugar?
Or he wouldn't participate if I did.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's rough.
Yeah, there's rock and roll cred to be maintained there.
I suppose. At least 1910 Fruit Gum Company, no.
Right. It was
How
the
about the
same guy.
Monkees?
Yeah,
The-
I
do you-
love the Monkees.
Okay.
I love the Monkees, yeah. So.
But the Beatles are still better than the Monkees, right?
Yeah, but there was a
Okay.
time when I thought that the Monkees were better, you know.
Well, growing up, I remember when the argument wasn't Stones and Beatles; it was Beatles and Dave Clark Five.
Oh, right.
That was, yeah. And look what happened. So you never told me. Do you come down on the side of the Rolling Stones or the Beatles if you have to choose?
You know, I'm actually more of a Stones guy. I love the Beatles. I love
Sorry,
the
I
Beatles.
have to interject here.
I think this is why, though. I have a lower voice. I have a baritone voice, so there's an awful lot of Beatles material I can't sing.
Right.
You know? So there's just enough room in what the Stones do for me to sing a lot of their repertoire, not so much for Beatles.
That's right. Lisa and I can do Beatles, and it's harder to pull off Stones. Although I know you do Let It Bleed. So do you, when you're singing, we all need someone we can...
Cream on.
Yeah, it's like, that's a line that I don't know.
Yeah. Sing that with your mother in the room.
No, yeah. Well, your mother probably would like it, right?
Hopefully it goes over her head. I hope you're not watching, Mom.
Over her head. I don't think so.
You never know.
Well, what are you going to play for us next? I hope it's Psychic Friends Network.
Oh, you want me to play that one?
Yeah, I love that.
That's a happy label. Is this the last one? Let's leave the rest of it to Cassie. So yeah, when I lived in New Mexico, I tried to find a job, and I answered an ad in the paper for to read tarot cards on the Psychic Friends Network, and you know. The weirdest thing about it was when you had to dial your phone into their network, press a code, and then immediately, as soon as you hung up, your phone would start ringing constantly. I mean, people were trying to there was like a minute free of your $3.99 a minute after that, you know, and you would start reading them. I guess you got to like 2 minutes free, and
Billy, wait a minute. You worked for the Psychic Friends Network?
I did work for the Psychic Friends Network.
Did you have a script, or did you make it up, or both?
You know, so I don't know the first thing about tarot cards, so I had a piece of poster board that my girlfriend at the time had made that she was doing this too, and and it would have an outline of where you put the future card, the past card, whatever, and the cards that I was reading had the answers on them. It had what the description of this card meant. And the weirdest thing that happened was that a woman called up and said, it was the only time it really worked, and I could see that there was this pattern of infidelity. And I told her, I said, somebody's being unfaithful. And she said, that's me. Is he going to leave that bitch? So
that's fabulous.
Swear to God.
That's fabulous. That's amazing.
Song goes like this. I can see your fate in your stars. I can't tell you, baby. Oh, hang on. I haven't played this in a while. I can't. There it goes. I can see your fate in your stars. I can't tell you, baby, what's in these cards. In your mind, behind your dreams, I can't see this coming unless you believe. You want someone to talk to, and someone to read your mind, someone to tell you everything's alright. If you close your eyes and think real hard to the dark recesses of these cards, what's so unreal that you're not alone. Well, I can't see your dreams through the telephone. You want someone to talk to, someone to read your mind, someone to tell you everything's alright. Alright. Someone to read your mind, someone to tell you everything's alright, someone to talk to, someone to read your mind, someone to tell you everything's alright.
Love that song. That's brilliant. That is a brilliant song. It's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Billy. That was
Thanks
great.
for
Perfect song.
asking.
Perfect song.
It was
Thanks very
perfect.
much.
And now Lisa's going to introduce Cass. And Cass, we're not going to hold to an hour because this is our show, and
we can do
go
whatever
over.
we want.
Right.
So before you mute, can you tell us where you and Cassie first met?
Oh, well, actually, Ruthie introduced Cassie to me, and I invited her to come to the singer-songwriter showcase that we used to do every last Thursday of the month at Bump and Grind in Silver Spring. And she was the last one to perform there in February before we had to lock it all down. So it was great to hear her. I'm looking forward to hearing her again today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Billy. So, Cassie, I'm going to read a short little bio to embarrass you. Cassie Urbany combines country, blues, rock and roll to create a unique sound and very relatable songs with depth, attitude, and optimism, which we need right now. Her songs are the collaborative work of a mother-daughter songwriting team. We were talking about that earlier. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about this some more. Performed by Cassie at songwriter showcases, coffee houses, and clubs in the Washington, D.C. area. Cassie released her first full-length album, Carousel, in 2020. Yeah. So, yay, Cassie. And yay, Mom.
Yeah, Mama's right there in the corner here.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Excellent.
Yeah, so she's incorporated in this. She said she wanted to be on the cover, but not completely obvious. So she's in the mirror here.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
And what is your mother's name?
Debbie.
Debbie. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Cass, when did you release the CD?
So, February 2020.
Wow.
Good timing.
No idea.
Wow. That's so sad.
So
Yeah.
folks who are, this is a good time to say this. Folks who are listening, if you care about live music, a lot of performers are still releasing CDs because radio stations still like them. So we have CDs. So find our websites, order CDs for Christmas presents. You are doing the community a big favor. So Cassie,
Yes, definitely.
folks order Cassie's CDs, folks order Billy's CDs.
Also,
folks our CDs.
Lisa, did you put Billy's info on the page about PayPal? The PayPal?
I did.
Okay.
For both Billy and Cassie, yes.
Okay, good.
So any little bit helps you guys out there. So Cassie, you released the CD, and how? Like, do you feel like you've got a digital audience response to the CD so far?
Somewhat. I mean, like I said, a lot of this was unexpected. So I had plans to, and then and then 2020 happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think for now I'm gonna try to get shows like this, and then work on my YouTube channel in the meantime.
Excellent. So how do people
Yeah.
find your YouTube channel?
So, well, I have a website, Cassie Urbany Music, and then I also have a Facebook and all the social media things, but they all have the same title, so it's Cassie Urbany Music.
Awesome. So,
So,
Cassie,
Yeah,
so you play guitar?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you grow up playing guitar?
Yeah, I first started when I was I guess I was 12. What happened was I found there was an old guitar that was in our basement. That was my grandmother's. It was like this really old classical, and I discovered it down there, and I sort of started playing with it. And my parents were like, "Well, this is great, but we're not going to buy you one unless you really commit and show us that you really want to play." So I practiced with that old guitar for a couple years, and then they finally were like, "All right, we'll get you lessons, and you can really learn how to play."
Yeah.
But I didn't start songwriting until after college, after a breakup with my college boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
And then my mom actually was in a long-term relationship with somebody else too, and we were dumped simultaneously, like right around the same time.
Wow.
And that's what sort of started it. I wrote a song I'm gonna play. I wrote that song first, and then I went home to visit her, and I played it for her, and she loved it. And then we wrote a song after that weekend, and then we just kept writing.
Oh, awesome.
So ever
So
since.
what would you like to play for us first today?
So I'm gonna play the first one. I'm gonna play Never Now.
Okay.
So this is the song that I played for my mom in my kitchen when or her kitchen when I went to visit her.
Okay.
So this was me, and after that, she became my partner in crime. So there's only a handful that I've written myself because she's just like the best lyricist ever.
Oh, wonderful.
And I don't know. It's great to work with. I mean, I couldn't have a better songwriting partner than my mom.
That's great.
So she's brutally honest, and I'm brutally honest with her.
And you won't break up with her.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. she's my mom forever. Yeah,
For
and I
life.
love her, and yeah, we need to write some songs. But in the meantime, I'll play this. This is on the album. This is the first song on my record. So, and the first one. This is Never Now. So here we go. It was a man I once adored. I thought he was the happy ending. Now he's gone. He's gone away. I just want to be okay. I wonder how he's doing now. I like to think he's sad and lonely. But the truth of the matter is, I'll never know. Oh, no, I'll never know. Ooh, 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 I'll never know. Did you ever wish that you breathe? Did you find the woman of your dreams? Did you do all those things that you wanted? I hope the answer is no. But I'll never know. I'll never know.
nice. Very, very nice.
You got a great voice.
Really good voice.
Yeah. Nice. You got really good. The higher notes are lovely, and then you got really. You can really belt it out too.
Thank y'all.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So that's
Wrote
sort of
that on the Metro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has a real pop country feel to me.
Thanks.
What do you think of when you think of that song? As far as like the style, because I really do. I hear it in a very country vein in my ear.
Well, it's funny. So when I was first recording I always thought that I was country music, and I recorded with Recording Arts with Marco.
Oh yeah,
Marco
Del
Yes.
Mar.
Yes. He's like helped me. He helped me transform my songs into something I don't even recognize anymore. They're just, it's so great. I love working with him. But yeah, when I first started, I thought I was more country, and then I was with him, and we experimented with different sounds and brought in other musicians, and then I realized I was more in the alt folk category, because some of my songs are a little bit more Melissa Etheridge like,
Okay.
or Sheryl Crow, like in that sort of range. So I consider myself an alternative folk artist, whatever that means.
It's hard to categorize. I mean, Taylor Swift started off as a country singer,
right? Yeah.
So, and nobody would really call her a country singer anymore,
right?
You know, and it's okay. You can go, if a singer-songwriter can do whatever they want, any genre they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am a country. I could go country too. I can be in that vein too.
Yeah. Yeah. So where did you grow up, Cassie?
So I grew up in Massachusetts, basically all over Massachusetts. So I lived in Boston, Amherst, Framingham, Worcester, basically everywhere in Massachusetts. And then my dad's family lived. They lived here in D.C. And so when I had my heart broken, I moved here because I had family here. But then they all left. So my dad went to Florida, and my uncle went to South Carolina. So now it's just me.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Sad Thanksgiving. You should come here on my stoop with me.
I do have my fiance's family here, though.
Oh, okay.
So
So-
I have family now, but
I was
and
going
my
to say,
step-grandma's here too.
I was going to say, what's the name of this guy who broke your heart? Because we can do something about that.
Yeah.
She's not going to say Diana.
Oh, okay.
Don't answer her, Diana.
It's multiple men, I should say, because it's like my mom is also in there with me, so we spitball back and forth. So I feel like it's about a bunch, just in general.
Yeah.
Everyone that's done us wrong, they're in there.
So the next song that you're going to play, can you tell us a little bit about it and how you wrote it, and then sing it for us?
I'm debating whether I should go. See, the thing is, I was going to do a picking song, but I don't know how that's going to sound over Zoom. So I might do my bluesy tune instead.
Whatever you want is fine.
Yes, I'm sort of debating what to do. Because
You can
Carousel.
do both of them.
Yeah, don't be self-conscious about the Zoom. It is
About the
what
Zoom?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll write I'll do Carousel, which is what the
Awesome. Okay.
title of my album. So this is the title track. This is so the song I just played, that's a song that took me 5 minutes to write. It was done and this song took me the longest. So I think I wrote the melody for this, I want to say 2 years before the actual lyrics were written for it. And it just sort of I kept trying to incorporate it somehow, and it just wasn't working. And then eventually, and then my mom and I think we wrote a couple versions of different lyrics, and we're like, it's not working. So, but then now it's actually my favorite song that I've written, even though it took the longest. So this is Carousel. So hope the picking works over Zoom. All right, cool. I've been wondering lately, where's home? I've been wondering if I let go. Feel the time blowing by and the days all blend together. Gotta tell myself myself I'm still alive, 'cause there's no more of those highs and lows. It's like a carousel, around it goes. No more of that waiting for that something more. I've been missing the moments I spend like a dreamer whose chance came and went. See my face in the mirror and I'm looking so much older. Gotta tell myself I still got time, 'cause there's no more of those highs and lows. It's like a carousel, around it goes. No more of that waiting for that something more. I've been drifting and losing my way. Can't remember where I went astray. Hard to make a new start when you don't know where you're going. Gotta tell myself I can still try, 'cause there's no more of those highs and lows. It's like a carousel, around it goes. No more of that waiting for that something more. I've been wondering lately, where's home? I've been wondering if I let it go.
That sounded great. It's very, very nice. Yes.
Beautiful.
Very nice. And so before COVID came, you were doing like the songwriting. What else were you doing for gigs?
Let me think. Seems like so long ago.
Yeah.
When I think about it. I played at DC9. I used to go to this open mic, and I played a feature at Roadside Grill. I feel like they're my people there out in Arlington. I used to go there all the time, and I do miss that, seeing everybody, and then of course I went to Bump and Grind. So, and I was hoping to become more regular because you guys are like, it's so close to me. I'm in Silver Spring, so.
So Cassie, Ruthie says, Red Flag, in case she doesn't play, is a must-hear. So.
Oh yes, yeah.
Is that one you were going to play?
I wasn't going to play that song because I haven't played it in so long.
Okay.
But yeah, I actually got an honorable mention at the
Mid-Atlantic
songwriting contest. Yeah, it was
Okay.
the song was Red Flag was mentioned, and I do have a lyric video up in case anybody has any bad dates and wants a good laugh.
So up on YouTube, right?
Yes, yeah.
Cassie Urbany's YouTube. Everybody check that out today.
Cassie, what kind of guitar is that you're destroying?
Because she heard it back.
I know I keep banging on this.
I know.
I was like, I'm so sorry.
I'm cringing each time. Like, oh.
I know. It's Martin.
Okay, well, don't do it anymore.
It's.
I told you she's the snarky one.
Yeah.
So yes, tell us a little bit about the next song and play it for us, please.
So I'm gonna play my bluesy tune.
Wonderful.
This is Road Trip. What can I say about Road Trip? Road Trip is is a song that I did where I wrote a verse and my mom wrote a verse. So it's unique in that way. So yeah, this one's more 50-50. Carousel, my mom wrote all the lyrics too, and I wrote all the music. And then the first song, I wrote all the music and the lyrics too. So this one's a 50-50 one. And I think this was maybe our third or fourth song that we wrote together. Because what happened was I had my heart broken and then I moved. So this was about, packing all my stuff in the car and getting out of Dodge. So this is my bluesy tune. And I usually end sets with this song, so I felt like it was fitting to play it. So this is Road Trip. Here we go.
That was great.
Very nice.
That was great. Cassie, you have a really, really good, strong voice. That's
you.
very, and you can tell who you are. You know, the minute you open your mouth, when you have, that's
Very
something not all
distinctive.
singers have. Yep, a distinctive sound. Really nice.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Well, I'm so glad that you all were here today with us. You guys are both really amazing and made our day. That's for sure.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Appreciate
definitely.
it.
Thank you so much.
Who's coming up?
This
Who's
is so
coming up
cool.
on your show?
Next week we don't have our artists confirmed yet, but we do have in the future. We got Linwood Taylor coming in. So yeah, and we have some other people.
Some other people on my calendar. In the
Yeah, our
next
calendar.
row.
We're still kind of working dates out for folks, but yeah, every week we have somebody, some surprises. So,
So glad you do this. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
thank you so much.
This is a lot of fun. We're so
Yeah.
lonely. It's a way to make new friends too.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
we're disconnected.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, guys, so much. And please, people who are listening and watching, please look at the PayPal. Give tipping is always really, really wonderful, and buying CDs is even better.
And
So-
share this concert with all
Yes,
your
that's
friends
right.
on your page. Share.
Yeah. So we forgot to ask one thing. Billy, what did you do on Thanksgiving?
We actually spared a turkey this year and did not have turkey.
Oh.
So I can tell you that the vegan holiday roast was more like stuffing, so we had double stuffing.
That's good.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, Cassie, what did you guys do?
Well, just my fiance and I cooked, and we're still eating it. I think it was supposed to be for like 8 to 10 people, and we're just like, all right, we'll just eat it.
Was it a turkey?
Yeah, I made turkey stuffing, cranberry sauce, Brussels
whole-
sprouts, mashed
the whole-
taters.
Yeah.
Out.
Very
So-
nice. Very nice. Diana, what did you do?
I sat alone in my room reading the New York Times No, I cooked, but I was going to have a picture of me, a table with Daisy at the table in a chair and the two parrots on the table eating their cousin turkey.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
But the turkey it only came out of the oven at 9 at night, so it was too late for everyone to do.
Mine was at
saw that
11.
picture.
So it's fine.
I can still take the picture. Yeah, got a chair big enough for Daisy and everything.
Yeah. Well, we have a huge family, but we had just 3 of us. And the
Sad.
turkey and the stuffing, and it's all in the fridge, like you were saying, Cassie.
Yeah.
I mean, for days, right?
We'll eat it eventually. I'm kidding.
Turkey soup,
I'm gonna
turkey
get really sick
casserole.
of turkey and Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, you guys. And folks, please tip generously, and hopefully we'll see you all in real life soon. So
thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you again.
thank you again, Billy and
Bye.
Cassie. Bye-bye.